that gold is nice.
This?
Yeah.
I think I'm going with these two though, because this one kind of looks odd.
Yeah,
What do
it's a
you
little
think?
too yellow.
I think it's too yellow. This was my original bobbin thread, but I think I like these two together.
Hey, we're live on that one and not on that one because I didn't push the buttons. But that's okay.
You got halfway there.
We got halfway
That's
there.
pretty good. It's a good start.
I think that'll work. I could probably thread this. Which color do you want first?
Ooh, let's do the teal letters with this one.
Okay.
And then the ones that are black can be the dark brown.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm feeling brown thread today. Just
You're
feeling it.
allowed to feel however you want about thread today.
I feel like brown thread is a thing I need today. Today only though.
What color is that one? Is that 850? No, not
1123.
1123. Huh. I would have guessed 940. I was had 944 or 851 in my head, but it's neither of those, so clearly I'm crazy.
Well, why would we have a giant spool of 1153? That's my curiosity. It's very large.
We have some large spools that we brought in for our multi-needle machines. So some of those are here for that reason.
Well, I like it. This one's really snaggled though, so I'm gonna fix it. Hopefully.
Depends who pulls it off the machine and how they wrap it.
There we go.
If it's a happy spool of thread or not.
I'm just gonna cut that.
Apparently I can't carry on without scissors because snits.
Ooh, I know where there's some scissors. I'll get them for you, Leah.
Oh, I know where the box is. We can't both escape from the camera.
No? Okay. I'll stay trapped.
You stay trapped.
I'll stay here.
Hey, why are we on Facebook today? What are we doing today?
Ooh, we are doing part 2 of the quilt label. Because I quilted my quilt today.
Yeah. We are, yeah, you quilted your quilt. We designed your quilt label on Tuesday, so if you guys want to go back and see what it looks like to design a quilt label in Bernina's software, you can go back and take a look at Tuesday's video.
It's pretty fun.
So we're going to get started with the embroidery, and then we can talk as it stitches about other stuff.
Sounds good.
And then tomorrow you'll have to come back and we'll talk about how Chelsea's actually going to attach her quilt label to her quilt.
That's good, because I'm not sure I've ever attached one properly. Usually I take the lazy way out and machine attach it right through the whole quilt. And you see this big ugly square on the front. I feel like I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah, no, let's not make big ugly squares on the front of your quilt.
Okay.
Let's make tidy things on
Deal.
the back of your quilt.
Deal.
Okay, so I'm just going to switch my screens around here for a moment. Show you where we left off on Tuesday's video. And that would be with screen share. So Tuesday's video, we finished up designing Chelsea's quilt label in Bernina Designer software. This is in version 8. It could also be done in version 9. You could do this in Brother software. Many ways to get there. Anyway, this is ready to go. I have it loaded to a USB stick and ready to go into the machine. But that's where we're headed, is a quilt label roughly like this. And then Chelsea picked fabric the same color as the one thread color she picked in the digitizing.
Yep.
So she's changing everything today. And that's the joy of doing your own work, is that you can say, oh, well, I like the look of it in these colors, and then actually pull out your fabric and be like, no, I want to use these colors of thread today.
Well, I just chopped off a chunk of my extra backing.
Yeah.
To make the label.
It's perfect.
Then it'll be like an invisible label.
Yeah, the embroider will show. It'll blend into the back. It'll be sweet.
I'm hoping so. That's why I went with grunge.
Nice.
So you can't see my boo-boos. Except for the giant, really super showy bobbin thread I picked.
You did pick really showy bobbin thread. We'll show off your quilts in a couple minutes when this is stitching. Okay, so I'm just going to switch to our top view camera here. From a label standpoint, Chelsea's just doing her label on quilting cotton, and lettering in embroidery tends to be very heavy and very dense. So it's good to give your fabric some structure and some body so it doesn't just pucker and collapse. So first things first, we're adding a layer of fusible woven interfacing. That's not on that camera. That's this stuff. Fusible woven interfacing from OESD. It's hiding on the stabilizer rack, but it is interfacing, not stabilizer. So fabric prep gives it body. You'll have much happier embroidery overall. And it's not going to add stiffness to your quilt. It's not. It's still soft and scrunchy when you're done. So
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff.
So step 1 is ironing that in place. I usually like to actually do that from the
Other side?
other side.
That makes sense. Just like making a bag.
Yeah. Because then you can make sure you're not accidentally shifting your fabric unnecessarily. But fusible interfacings, it's not an ironing motion to put them in place. You'll stretch your fabric and your interfacing. It is like a lift and press. Lift and press.
You don't like my current attack? Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty big iron.
It is very big.
And definitely count to the right amount of time. Fusible woven takes about 10 seconds.
I wasn't counting at all.
10 to 15 seconds. Because we do want it to stay on there fairly permanently. And don't lift it and move it while it's warm.
Didn't get that.
Don't do the thing Chelsea's doing.
Don't do anything of what I'm doing.
Lift and press. Count so you get it fused all the way. You don't want like one section to get all puckery with weird interfacing underneath.
Can I just leave my iron like that?
It's a pretty heavy iron. It's probably reasonable.
That's what I was thinking.
I would like to really get in there and press.
I'm still not counting.
You have to count your Mississippis when you're doing interfacing.
1, 2. I use a lot of the hope and pray method, which is we'll find out if it worked.
Okay, we'll leave that for a moment.
Don't pick it up.
Oh, and we do have a can of other stuff here. Be a little bit happier with some of this.
Oh yes, that sounds great.
So when that is cool, I think we'll probably, there's a couple ways of moving forward from here. Because your piece of fabric is big enough to fit in the hoop, sort of, kinda. Sorta, kinda. That's close enough. I think we're gonna 505 the back of your fabric. And we're just gonna do that off the table so we don't get our table all sticky. So, light coat of 505 glue.
Not heavy?
Yeah, light's okay.
Too late.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
And then when we're adding our stabilizer to the back of our fabric this way, you'll want to do this flat on the table, fabric side down. For the same reasons as we just did, we don't want to stretch our fabric.
I'm learning a million things today. This is great.
So if we want to get this kind of centered, we can kind of center that. And then we can smooth stabilizer onto fabric and not risk stretching our fabric. We want a nice flat quilt label when we're all done. And this is the way to get there. Stabilizer we're using today is OESD Ultra Clean and Tear. The lettering Chelsea's got in her label isn't super duper dense and heavy. If it was, I would say double up on your, like if these were way bigger letters, we had bigger embroidery details in there, you might want to double up. Some of my quilt labels, if I know the writing's going to be really, really big, I do a layer of cutaway like poly mesh and then a layer of clean and tear.
Cool.
Because you can understabilize, but it's really difficult to overstabilize embroidery. So
I know.
That's what I know. And now we're going to hoop that all together. So lifting the inner hoop with the fabric and placing that in our outer hoop.
Get that in there.
Is this screw loose enough to actually make that work?
Nope. I thought I loosened it enough. Apparently not.
Apparently not. It's okay. This is not the color bobbin thread you're going to want.
Oh no.
Let me change
That is
bobbin thread.
very red.
That is very red and not. Problem solved. There's always another bobbin nearby.
It looks beautiful.
You know, if I go trick-or-treating, I want bobbins.
If I give you a class 15, will you be happy?
I don't have a machine that runs a class 15. Oh,
I know. That's why it's fun.
that would be the trick, right?
Yeah.
Get bobbins for Halloween.
Leah,
my
I brought
treat
you a
bag,
bobbin.
but
You
they don't
can't-
fit.
You can't use it.
That seems cruel.
No, I'm in Monster.
Okay. So, we've made some progress. We got that hooped. The fabric is oversized, which generally for things like quilt labels, I really like to start with oversized fabric. We're going to use tools on board our machine, like our basting option. The camera's being a little droopy today. Right there. Can I borrow your hoop? Or just
Yes.
have it for a moment? Sweet.
Did I not tighten it enough?
Or it could be tighter, yeah.
Okay. I'm doing all the what not to do today.
Andy, I'm doing the embroidery.
Did I tell you the oopsie I made on the long arm today?
No.
I missed the tension discs.
Oops. Oopsie.
Needless to say, I was hanging out with a seam ripper for a while.
Dang.
And we
That's
didn't
unfortunate.
notice.
Okay, I've got this loaded. Today we are embroidering on a Bernina 880. The tools and functions like the basting box are available on pretty much every Bernina. So this design, we don't need to move it around in the hoop. Our fabric's oversized. We'll trim it down after. And we're just going to leave the colors alone because we've got it broken up into 2 colors to do the whole thing. Oop, it needs to do its burp and wiggle. That's what that symbol. Here, let me show you what this is the most common issue we face. If you're seeing this message, it means take your hoop off. It's not ready for it. It needs to do a burp and wiggle, figure out where it is, and then it can carry on, and you can put the hoop on. It's going to do the same thing, but with the hoop installed. So on here, there's 2 options in here for basting on this machine. And one is motif based, which is going to baste just around our quilt label, and one is a hoop based, which will baste everything in the hoop around the outer rim of the hoop. They are under this icon here. That first one being our hoop based. Hoop based is my top secret tip for quilt labels, because this is going to put a perfectly square box, or rectangular, around your design.
Then I can
The same
fold
the same distance away on all sides.
Ooh, I like that.
So sometimes if I want a little more fabric involved, I digitize that basting box in software and then bring it in. But totally works to just do it on board the machine. And then we have a very square line to cut and fold.
Sweet.
Fold our edges in on. And it just wants reminders that it's actually ready to embroider.
Oh, that's fun. I like the color thread.
It's gonna look really sharp on there.
I like it.
And then we're gonna go for it and stitch the first bunch of lettering. Have I told you how much I love the Bernina SDT modules?
No.
You know
They're
they're on
so
sale in
great.
October?
Are they?
This, like right now.
That's
They're on the
awesome.
customer appreciation sale.
That's
And
fantastic.
there's also, if you've never even had a module before, we have some of the original 7 and 8 series modules available in our trade-in lineup.
Oh, they're great stuff.
Yeah. So, if you haven't embroidered before, the older one, if you've got any of the Berninas, would work lovely. If you're a very strong embroidery enthusiast, you might want to look at the higher speed one.
I like this one. They're much quieter too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's easier to talk. record in the studio while we're filming.
It's true. It's so much quieter.
So we've got the speed turned up. I could turn this to rabbit mode, and my glasses have a giant smudge on them. I can't see through it. I don't know what happened today. I don't know what I did.
Touching your glasses?
Yeah, I guess so. Do you want to show off your quilt?
Oh, I do.
So we'll let this thing stitch for...
Spot I have to take out towards the bottom. We'll hide it. We'll hide my sadness.
Okay, so this quilt is part of our 3-yard quilt challenge.
It might be sideways.
That's sideways.
It's sideways.
That's a nice size quilt.
It is a pretty awesome
Like
size
for
quilt.
3 yards.
We'll use your side up.
Okay, there's a top, is there?
We'll use that as the top.
So Chelsea's 3-yard quilt is made with flannel threads.
I like it. And just a number 3 batting in the middle, so it's still not too hard
Yeah.
with the flannel.
Yeah.
But it's like scrumptious.
It is
I'm
scrumptious.
loving it. It was my first time quilting with flannel.
Really?
My first time making a 3-yard quilt. And my first time using Pro Stitcher.
And your first time making a label?
A proper label, yep.
So you've learned a few things. And are you machine binding this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that as tutorial.
Nice.
Because I've definitely machine bound before, but I want to see, because I bet Anne has some better tricks than what I'm using.
Yeah.
So I want to see her tricks. I love machine binding. I refuse to hand stitch.
Well, I really like hand stitching, so I hand stitch a lot of my bindings, but depends what the final project is. Yeah. While we're poking at this, you want to talk through things you did with your?
Oh, yeah, we can drop it back. I haven't finished trimming.
That's okay. There's some trim stitches.
So, this was.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll do it over the
top camera there. Yeah, a little easier to see some of those threads. A little bit.
Spool thread in the way. Oh, there's another thread. Perfect. Okay. So I did some custom quilting. Of course, I just have some jump stitches here. And this pattern right here was actually originally this 4-pointed pattern here. Oh yeah, you can see that on there.
Yeah.
So I had all these little sections. All my white sections, like here, is actually that pattern. So I had little, like, corner blocks, missing a chunk. And then I had full blocks, and I was like, huh, I want them all to match. So when I did it, I started with the full block, and then I cut off a piece.
Nice.
We slapped it in there. It looks so cool. And then these ones are on all the pink squares, and that's a pink square there. And then we outlined all of the dark blue. So it actually looks really interesting. And Pro Stitcher did all that for me.
Nice.
So I just went on and modified points, like doodled with a laser pointer essentially, and said, yeah, I want this. And I just hit the corner every time. And then Pro Stitcher drew the line for me.
That's awesome.
And then quilted it by itself.
So you didn't have to worry about like wobbling off a straight line.
Oh, no, no. I have a lot of that on here when I started doing the hand quilt. We can find it. Oh, there's a whoopsie. I'll share my oopsie. That's one of them. And then this was another one. I'm gonna take that one out later.
Yeah, take that one out.
That one's coming out.
We can throw that back on the machine and...
I'm gonna leave it, I think, because my borders are so skinny.
Yeah.
I don't think I need anything there.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm just gonna take it out. It doesn't have to. Because also it's going to shrink by 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
And I have a tack line right there.
Yeah.
I actually did that one by hand too, and you can see it going. Whee!
But yeah, this was
But it
your
was fun.
first time driving our Handy Quilter Forte, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Barb is such a great teacher on the Forte.
Right?
She showed me so many ways to like move the object around as well. Which there's this really cool feature that you can use, an area feature. So to get everything to fit, go to one of these squares, these cute pink ones. So I have this sweet little like flower petal here. I would just drop points using the laser pointer, and I'd be like, yeah, this is my area. I want this little thing stitched in. And I hit this button called skew, and it takes my shape, smashes it down, creates it into the right size, and slaps it there, and all I hit is go.
Nice.
Mind blown. I need one of those.
Running on the long arm, what thread did you use, top and bottom?
Isocord
On the top?
for the top.
Yep. Use the Decabob pre
And
ones?
yeah, Decobob pre ones. 60 weight? 80 weight? It's 80 weight?
Yeah.
Lovely. I loved it. It's so soft. I can't wait.
So over the next week, we'll be sharing more of our staff challenge quilts as they get finished. I know a couple people have quilted, a couple people are ready to quilt. Slacker Leah's still not quite done her borders, but we're getting there.
Slacker Leah, look at my borders. Do you want me to put your borders on for
No,
you?
all I've got left is the big one at the end, and I cut it last night, and I actually cut my binding last night, which I don't normally cut binding until I'm ready to put binding on.
Did I show you the Easter egg in here?
No.
That was the most epic Easter egg ever. Where I attached these two border pieces lines up with where I attached these two border pieces.
Nice.
I did not try that. And if I tried that, it would never.
It would have never happened.
I'll do your borders for you.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna do it tonight.
Okay.
I just ended up on a meeting last night that I thought would take an hour and took 2. So I cut into sewing time. Yeah, so yeah, our staff challenge is going very well. I can't wait to show you guys everything else that everybody's got underway. All the quilts are wildly, wildly different.
So different, but they reflect everyone's personalities, I think.
Yeah, and I think everybody's learning some really cool things as they go. That was part of the actual building the quilts. Many of us are already quilters, so that part wasn't necessarily a huge challenge, but
We have some newbies in there
we have some newer
who
staff
have
members.
never sewn.
Yeah, and they're making one too. So we can't wait to have them everybody done. Yeah, everybody's are wildly, wildly different, and the chance for us to do things we haven't necessarily tried has been really good. Chelsea's just been like bopping around the store, excited about Pro Stitcher all day. So if you have Pro Stitcher questions and you're thinking you might want to add Pro Stitcher to a long arm you already have, or you want to get set up to long arm because you like this kind of precision,
Oh gosh, it's lovely.
yeah.
I need one.
But even if you just want, we have a renter certification program.
We do.
So you could come learn to rent and just even learn to do canto work, which is how Sandy did her quilt.
Yeah, she did on there. And I think today Fern did.
Did Fern manage to get to the back?
Fern got up to the back and she used Pro Stitcher as well, but she did edge to edge.
Oh, nice. That's really cool.
I'm pretty sure she did edge to edge. We might have to ask Fern later.
Well, we'll do a showcase of the quilts.
We'll have to.
And anybody who's up to being on camera, we'll drag them in here. That's my plan.
It'll be great.
Should we check on our embroidery?
We should.
So we're on our third line of text. It missed a line through the middle there because we're going to do that a different color.
We sure are.
But it's showing 10 minutes remaining in our stitch out.
Oh, very good.
So other things going on in the store. From the sounds of it, our North Pole tier tray kits will be here very soon. We haven't got the stabilizer for them yet, but that will be very soon.
Yay!
And then they'll be ready to mail out if you're not nearby, or to come pick up, or we'll just hang on to them if you're joining us in store. Last I looked today, there was 2 or 3 spots left, and then we're sold out completely. And that's happening October 26th and 27th. So excited.
I'm very excited also.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
North Pole tier tray, the projects are so cute.
They're way too cute.
They're
I love
wee
in
little
the
ornaments.
project.
They're so cute. So that's really cool. Like I said, there's Bernina sale going on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some Burnett's on sale. So if you're looking for a brand new sewer Christmas gift, some of those Burnett's would be an excellent fit for that. What else is going on? We have a staff challenge, our viewer challenge.
Viewer
You
challenge,
guys out
yeah.
there. You guys out there. We have a challenge for you.
I haven't participated yet.
Well, you're almost done your quilt, so you can start a new project.
I can wear my quilt.
We can make it keep.
Maybe. I'll come as the crazy quilter for Halloween.
Viewers challenge for the month of October. We would like you guys to create something
3D
3D.
and wearable.
Yeah, so maybe a hat, maybe a fascinator, maybe a cape, maybe an entire Halloween costume.
Maybe a tutu.
Ooh,
Or ears.
ears,
A tail.
a mask, but not this kind.
Yeah, a mask like
This
guy.
this kind. You can share those photos with us. Send them to social@mysewingroom.ca. Tag us on social media. There's a hashtag. MSR Viewers Challenge.
Yep.
Or come in and we'll take a photo for you. We also have a text line where we could accept that photo. So there's options. It's all, there was a post earlier on Facebook. I don't know if that went out on YouTube. I'll have to ask
don't know.
Ashley.
We'll have to ask.
I'll have to ask Ashley. So those are some of the things going on. There's more going on in the store. And there's like so much Halloween fabric. There's glow-in-the-dark fabric. So if you're needing like last-minute Halloween projects, treat bags. I believe Sandy's sewing a treat bag on Facebook
I think so.
in the next week or two.
But she did just make that market tote, which would also make an excellent treat bag. You could fit so many more treats in there.
And adult treats like wine or beer.
Yes. Why not?
That's how I want to trick or treat.
Wine not?
Yeah, there's that. Tomorrow we're gonna sew a quilt label on,
Yes, we sure are.
and we're not gonna be on live on Monday, because for those of you south of Canada, we have Thanksgiving in October,
We sure do.
so it's our Thanksgiving weekend. This coming weekend, I guess we could say what we're thankful for. I started talking about that today too.
I'm going to be thankful to have completed this quilt. Because it will be done by Monday.
Nice.
I hope.
I'm thankful that the weather's been so lovely here.
Oh gosh, it's been beautiful.
So begonias in my yard.
Me too.
They're so pretty.
The sweet peas still have flowers.
Nice. My petunias are so flowering. I'm like, this makes no sense.
It's gorgeous. I love it.
I'm also thankful that I get to work in a really cool store.
Yeah, I'm thankful
With
I have
cool
a,
people,
we have a cool job.
right? So if you want to come hang out, come take classes.
Come hang out.
Chelsea and I are back here for you.
We have a good time.
Most definitely. I'm thankful we had so many people like come last weekend to our like, first big launch live thing.
That was awesome.
It was so much fun. So we're working on planning more classes for you guys.
Oh gosh, we should probably look at some more ESD maybe.
There's some other things we should plan too.
No, yeah.
I have a list.
Oh gosh.
I need to sit down with you. We have lists. So many lists.
I love that.
More ways to quilt. Some quilting classes. So, if you guys have things you want to know, let us know.
Yes.
Because maybe we already have something filmed. Maybe we have something live in the works. Maybe it could be a Facebook demo.
Yep. I love Facebook demos. It's how I get my projects done.
How I start projects, not necessarily how I finish them.
But see, tomorrow we're going to attach the quilt label, and then I'm going to bind it because it's due by Tuesday.
That's true. That's true. So, yep.
I'm pumped.
Yep, I'm gonna just go put labels on my quilt tonight. Or not labels, borders.
Orders. How are you going to quilt your quilt?
I don't know yet.
What haven't you done?
But that's the problem. As the person who's been on camera teaching for 2.5 years and teaching prior to that, almost all the ways that I've suggested people could quilt to other staff members I have done. So in the big long list, oh, I need to rethread this.
Yes. With this color?
Sure. In the big long list of ways that I have quilted things, I have quilted with a walking foot.
Mm-hmm.
I have quilted with just free motion.
Mm-hmm.
I've done ruler work.
Mm-hmm.
I have done twin needle quilting
Okay.
on our Bernina Q20s because they can take a twin needle.
Cool.
So that was super fun.
That's neat.
I have quilted with I've like done in the hoop quilting with built-in designs on the machines.
Okay.
I have quilted with Emily Scott designs.
Yes, we did that together. That was fun.
We did that together. I've quilted with Kimberbell clear blue tiles.
Yep.
I've quilted with OESD, edge to edge, and OESD like block by block quilting.
Uh-huh.
I've quilted with my design center on the Brothers.
Okay. I think I know what you should do.
What's that?
Quilt blindfolded.
That sounds like running.
Not recommended.
That sounds like taking my fingers off and I'm out. Thank you very much. So one idea that I had that I just haven't totally wrapped my head around it. There's my quilt is very, very graphic, so I'm not entirely sure I want to go this route. I was thinking of maybe doing it with chain stitch on a cover stitch machine. Because I have not quilted a quilt that way, but it could be done.
You could totally do it around the flying geese.
I know, I just have to like stitch in the ditch the whole thing first. Because I'll do that from the back side of my quilt, not the front side.
Yeah.
So the nice side of a chain stitch on a cover stitch machine is the bottom where your looper thread is, and you can put really fat thread in there. I also have this thing where I really like to like way over quilt everything.
We call it quilted to death. It's what Angela Walters
I like to quilt them till they're crispy.
They're very nice though. The texture on them, it's very ASMR.
Yeah, like I like that. I like heavy quilts. So
I have an idea for you.
what's that? I was thinking I might actually design my own machine embroidered quilting in PE Design 11 software.
That would be a good one. You could also do free motion recording on the Pro Stitcher.
I guess I haven't done that. But that's like, I've used the Keymatic. I've used the Pro Stitcher.
But have you fully quilted a whole quilt on the Keymatic?
No.
Have you done custom on the Keymatic?
Yes. I was the first one to take Keymatic training in the store.
Okay.
At Bernina University.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. You might have to design your own.
I think I'm
quilting.
going to design my own.
You might have to.
That's kind of where I'm thinking. Because I have a couple ways of doing that, and then thoughts of where that's going from there. But
You know what'd be cool?
what?
Is if you designed your own quilting, right? And then when you did your label on the back, you did the little quilting pattern across it, and then did your letters.
I could.
That'd be so cute.
It'd be adorable. We'll see what comes in. I have a long weekend.
Sure.
And many ideas. And enough toys at home to complete all of them, so I'm not going to do that here at the store.
But you gotta get those orders.
I know, that's tonight.
I'm gonna text you later and ask how far you are.
Text me around 10:30 and then we'll see how I've started.
I'll be asleep by 10:30.
That's when I start sewing.
I go to bed at 10.
My kids aren't even asleep at 10.
But my puppy is.
Oh, my dog needs out like 4 times in the night. If I go to bed too early, then she needs out more times.
Oh. My puppy, he can do 8 hours in bed. And then he sits on your chest and cries in your face until you get up. He is my alarm clock.
That's kind of him.
It's really annoying. But I love him.
That's okay. So, like, there's many ways of doing everything.
Oh, so many!
So there's not like one way that you have. There's no quilt for this. Find a way that works for you. If the way you're doing things is not working, try something different.
Yeah, there's so many ways. It's just like there's so many ways to make a quilt. And so many mediums.
Right?
Oh, I touched Dawn's quilt today. She started quilting hers too.
Yeah.
with rulers.
On the Q20.
And she
Sit
used
down.
the compass fabric.
Oh, it's so soft and scrumptious. Oh, man.
And she's using it for the backing too. It is like the softest, most luxurious summertime quilt I've ever felt in my life.
Right?
It is great.
I'm thinking that decorative border on our quilt's gonna, on our lettering's gonna stitch out mighty fast, because it says there's 5 minutes left in this stitch out.
Maybe? And most of that's letters.
And most of that's letters. I'm really excited to watch that go.
I'm excited too. I can't wait. We should get a really close shot for that one.
I can switch that around. Here, maybe I'll switch to this camera for a moment so nobody gets nauseous when I do it here.
Oh, I did something fun today, Leah.
What's that?
I had someone text me on the store cell phone asking how to do something on their machine. And of course, we have all the floor models in the store. So I took the cell phone over to the floor model and I recorded a video of how to do it and texted it back to her. It was so fun!
Nice!
I really enjoyed doing that. I felt like it's much easier to follow.
Oh, for sure. So anyway, we have a new store cell phone. Call us if you have a question, then we'll get you that number. We're not just going to publish that out everywhere, I don't think.
I think there's business cards coming. Maybe.
That would be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have a question, shoot us a message or
Facebook,
call us.
comment on YouTube. We see those too.
Sandy has my number at the front if anybody wants it.
The store's cell phone line is only monitored the hours we're open. Yes. Tuesday to Saturday.
Unless Leah kidnaps it.
They did kidnap it yesterday. Or is that Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I missed a day this week. I don't know. I don't
What
know.
happened to Wednesday?
I don't know. When you find Wednesday, let me know.
Is Wednesday a person now?
Maybe.
Like Wednesday Addams?
Yeah.
I like that.
You could dress like her for Halloween.
My hair's not long enough anymore to do those braids.
Oh, I know. Neither's mine. I would need a wig.
Yeah. You both would.
Yep.
Or some good hair extensions.
Seems like a lot of work at this point.
You might need a wig.
I might need a wig. Might need a wig. I really like that. The brown ear color. It matches the tones in your grunge really nicely.
You know, and I was just picking from threads that were just over there. It worked really well.
Good call.
I like it. I think that border has to stitch mighty fast. How many more minutes do you have?
3. I thought the border was gonna be the slow part. I knew
Yeah, but it's not
I knew
satin.
letters were gonna be slow because they're satin stitch and they're detailed. So to get them nice, the letters always stitch slower.
Hmm.
Here we are. We're gonna go lightning speed through the border.
I just want to snuggle up in this quilt now.
That's why I like hand bind. So I can free snuggle my quilt.
That makes sense. But also, if I hand bind, it'll be like all the projects I do by hand that get started and not finished because I get annoyed and put them in the box.
Oh. I just like make a point of doing it while I watch TV.
That's when
Yeah, I don't have a TV in my swimming room.
No? I like it because it just has like background noise, and sometimes I play YouTube videos of how to do something.
Yeah, I have my laptop in there, and usually I'm running the wireless earbuds. So
That works.
I can wander around and listen to what I want to without annoying my husband.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the shared space thing. Sometimes I watch geology documentaries while I sew.
I usually watch serial killer documentaries.
That seems like a bad idea. I have wild dreams.
I'm in the safest room in the house. I have all the sharp tools.
Oh, fair.
What are they
I
gonna
have
do?
crazy dreams. That would not work for me.
I had a crazy dream last night. It was weird. I don't remember it. I just know I was yelling.
Just in the dream or out loud too?
I'm hoping it was just in the dream. Are we sure? It's only 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
It has a lot of letters left. It must be an under minute 1 minute stitch.
Yeah, it's just a running stitch from the sewing side of things. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not
I can't wait for this.
I'm so
It's going to
excited.
be cool.
So there's another way of doing this where we could put another layer of, might do one more label with somebody else. Nearly the same, but then at the end, we can add a layer of usable interfacing on the top. And then when we turn it the right way, we can turn it through that top layer of usable and use it to iron it down.
Then all your stuff is smushed to the outside and you don't have to do a lot of work. That's cool.
Yeah. So there's more than one way to make a label. This is the most straightforward. If I make a label for somebody else to put on, I do it this way so there's see what's going on. And it's easy enough to hand bind on if the quilt's already made.
That makes sense.
And people are like, oh yeah, I should put a label on this.
I was thinking of maybe doing some like double-sided tape. Is that crazy?
Like iron-on permanent?
I don't have to worry about asking these questions because you're gonna teach me
We're gonna do it
tomorrow.
tomorrow. We're gonna do it tomorrow. Don't panic.
I'll have to finish ripping out the stitches I don't like on here. Like that one.
Yep.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, no, the quilting
It's
looks
fun.
great.
Thank you. I quite like it.
And the practice, like the free motion stuff that you did, that just takes practice. And each machine handles it.
Yes. That one is very loose compared to the Q20, I think. It felt like
It felt like it was running away from you.
it was driving an airplane. You know?
Fair.
Or like walking a piranha.
So it was driving, not you.
And I did use up an entire bobbin.
Yeah, but we have M-class pre-wounds.
Yeah.
Available, so if you... Ooh, it's going into this border.
It's at 1 minute.
Oh, that's cute.
It's speedy. I like it. I think that's my favorite decorative stitch. I don't know what the rest of them are. But I picked that one. Cute.
So if you make your label before doing all your quilting, you could attach it just to the backing using a decorative stitch. But then you have to decide if you're quilting through it.
I wouldn't want to quilt through it.
No. But you don't want the quilting on the front of the quilt to be weird. So I like attaching labels after the quilt is quilted.
I'm gonna have to do it by hand.
But if we put it right in the corner of your quilt, so if you have your quilt trimmed, we can put it right in the corner of your quilt and only have to
Do two sides.
do two sides.
I've definitely done it that way before.
It works.
I cheat.
It's not a cheat.
It is a
If you don't
cheat.
like the hand stitching end of that, find a way to do less of it. Do what brings you joy. It should be fun.
What brings me joy is piecing really ridiculously complicated quilts.
That's fair.
It makes me happy. I do not like the quilting part.
But you found Pro Stitcher.
I like this one. This one makes me happy.
So this is all done.
I found it very satisfying. Oh, that's cute. It's gonna look adorable.
It's gonna look
I
great.
like it. Got some little trimmies
So
to
we'll
do,
do
and then
some
we'll be
little
good to go.
trimmy trims tomorrow. And we will attach this tomorrow.
Whee! I like it.
Because as always, if I think it's going to take half an hour to stitch out live on camera, Facebook ends up an hour long.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Leah.
You're welcome.
We'll have more fun tomorrow.
We'll have more fun tomorrow. And we'll attach your label.
I'll be so much more close to being done.
Right?
I'm excited.
So we'll just leave that right as it is. and
Just like that. Okay.
we'll start that from there tomorrow.
Okay.
What happens when it comes out of the hoop, how to manage it from here on out, will happen Friday.
Whee!